What's up guys, it's your boy Milan Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today we'll be going over match day 3 in the Italian Serie A for the 2023-2024 season. So
waking up, feeling like the thankful one. Count up my ones, lacing up my favorite ones. One of a kind, one of one, the only one. Got one shot and one chance.
Late on the video, but it is also international break. So cheers to international break and giving you guys some Milan content while there's no real games going on. So match day 3, Italian Serie A, we have Roma hosting Milan at the Stadio Olimpico. Pretty much a real test for Milan to see, where are we going to be placing in the table this season. Now, my predictions are we're going to make top 4. I can't really determine who's going to take first or second between Inter and Milan, but I feel like it's going to be those two teams. Napoli is going to either place 3rd or 4th, and, the last spot is a wild card in my opinion. But Milan started off the game really well. A dominant performance despite things taking a drastic turn in the second half. Loftus-Cheek deserves his praise. I mean, coming in from Chelsea, we had a lot of speculation. Is he going to pan out? Is he going to do well? And he's shown that. He's been a dominant midfielder in Serie A. He can dribble. His strength is amazing. He can literally bully anybody off the ball, which is honestly insane for such a technically gifted, tall, strong midfielder. Like, we haven't seen that in a while. I mean, other than Sergej Milinkovic-Savic makes this driven run into the box, attempts to take a shot, gets blocked, but then on the follow through to the second shot, he gets clipped by Rui Patricio, and penalty has been whistled by the referee. Some may say it's soft, but technically Patricio is impeding him from taking that second chance or second attempt on goal. So penalty. Olivier Giroud steps up. You already know he's gonna make it. Hasn't missed a penalty this entire season, scoring his 4th goal of the season in 3 games. Wonderful for Milan, great start. I think after that, Roma kind of fell flat. They didn't really know what to do. The injury of Houssem Aouar, who almost went to Milan, didn't really help them as well. They kind of just didn't know what to do. Christian Pulisic created another opportunity, which was saved by Rui Patricio, which honestly should have been a second goal, but Milan finished off the half with a 1-0 lead. Pretty dominant performance in that first half. We go into the second half, and Rafael Leao opens up with a beautiful world-class goal assisted by none other than Davide Calabria, who has 5 assists against Roma so far, which is a crazy stat. But after that goal, it seemed like Milan were cruising in for a win, but then Fikayo Tomori does the unthinkable. Already on a yellow card, being booked early in the first half, he decides to go in for a stupid tackle against Andrea Bellotti. Fikayo Tomori gets his marching orders, 2nd yellow, red card. Ultimately, the red card decision doesn't really help Milan, given that the next game that we're playing in the league is against Inter. And we would really need Tomori, but I also blame Tomori because you were already on a yellow card. You already knew how this referee was reffing the game. It was kind of cagey. He got away with some tackles that probably should have already warranted him that 2nd yellow card. And then additionally, I also blame Pioli because this situation has happened multiple times where a player is already on a yellow and it's getting later in the game. Just take him off. We had a 2-0 lead. You could have just easily took off Tomori and brought on Kier or something, and that would have prevented the whole situation. Nevertheless, 10-man Milan dismantled Roma despite conceding a goal in the 90th minute from Spinazzola. A consolation goal for Roma. Lukaku made his debut, had a couple opportunities, but we managed to get 3 points at the Stadio Olimpico. Rafael Leao showing an amazing game for Roma. A lot of people were kind of giving him some stick for not scoring within the first couple games, but he showed up today and he scored a banger of a goal. Olivier Giroud looks so just composed when it comes to penalties and just goal scoring in general. I really think that this year he's gonna score a lot more than he usually does. And then additionally, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, take a bow, man. Another Chelsea player who has just thrived coming to Milan, and really proud of him. One more player that deserves their flowers is Rade Krunic, bossing it in midfield. He doesn't get enough praise, but I've always, had this soft spot for Rade Krunic ever since he scored that free kick goal against Hellas Verona. Yeah, but overall, 3 points, very happy. Now let's get into the transfer deadline. So the transfer window is officially shut. Milan did not end up getting Mehdi Taremi because of negotiation issues. I don't even know. There's a whole fiasco about this Taremi situation. Point is, Milan didn't get him to sign the deal before the transfer window closed, so I think they might go back in for him when the January transfer window opens up and maybe try to sign him on a free transfer in January for the next season. But Milan ended up signing Luka Jovic, who has been linked with Milan for quite some time over the past couple of seasons. Great striker at Eintracht Frankfurt, but didn't pan out at Real Madrid once he made that big move. Went to Fiorentina, had a decent spell. Fiorentina didn't renew his contract. His contract expired, so Milan signed him on a free transfer for basically a 1-year deal, basically. And if he does well, they'll extend the deal for him. I think it's a good move. He's done well in Serie A, and despite not scoring as much. I just think that, this is a decent move for Milan and the strike force department. Considering that we did manage to get rid of Divock Origi, who went on loan to Nottingham Forest, who we're going to pay his wages, which is a huge relief. I don't know if they have an option to buy. And then we also got rid of Alexis Salamakers, loan with obligation to buy if they choose to. I highly doubt that they're going to buy Salamakers, but Salamakers is also on loan. Personally, I like the Luka Jovic signing. I think that it's great squad depth for us, considering now we have Giroud, Okafor, and Jovic. My only worry is the defense. I know we did sign Pellegrino, but I'm still worried about the defense. I feel like we're just one injury away from having a catastrophic season. So that's really my only worry at the moment. Backup Sportiello is pretty good, in my opinion. So I think if Magnan does get an injury or whatever, we'll be fine. And last but not the least, let's discuss the Champions League. Champions League draw took place, and we got placed in the group of death, which should be no surprise because Milan never gets an easy group in the Champions League. We got grouped with PSG, Borussia Dortmund, Milan, of course, and Newcastle. UEFA just said, we couldn't let your wound heal selling Sandro Tonali. We're going to put you in a group with him in the Champions League. And then another storyline, Gigio Donnarumma coming back to San Siro is going to be one to watch. I don't know what the Ultras are going to do, but whatever they're going to do for Gigio Donnarumma, I'm quite ready for it. Now, here's how I think that's going to go. Milan's either going to get second in the group, make it out, and advance, and, crash out round of 16 or quarterfinals based on who we get as our opponent. Or Milan doesn't make it out the group. I don't want Europa League at all costs. So if we're going to bow out of the competition, let's bow out gracefully. And if we do bow out gracefully, we win another Scudetto like we did back in 2022. So that's really all I have for you for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, Forza Milan, we have the Derby della Madonnina coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. Peace.